Hey, it's the Chubby Bartender Podcast with your host, Jason Gillum and Chad Reynolds. With a special guest each week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hey, look who we got. We got two newbies.
Whoa. Well, come on now.
Well, you're not a newbie.
I'm not a newbie.
You're not a newbie.
I'm a natural with this thing in front of me.
We're Papa Jeff's cherry tonight, ain't we?
Yep.
Yeah. Before we do that, we got to talk about some guys. So let's see. Who can we talk about? Anybody you'd like to talk about first?
I'm looking for some insurance, I think.
Hey, well then where is your don't be looking for some insurance, because where is your insurance?
Hey, hey, bud, I'm with you. I'm just, maybe see if someone will me out a rate.
Nice little segue there. Oh, God, your phone will be blowing up now. But, hey, give us a call, Gillum Insurance, 740-395-0357. Business is booming, so check your rates. Hey, if we can't help you, hey, somebody might be able to, or we, it's kind of all over the place. So we've been getting a lot of your referrals, too, over there at your realty.
Oh, yeah, bud. Yeah, hey, man.
You're killing it.
I send it where
you do?
Where my, you take good care of me, but I got to
and
look out for you.
I tell you, you've drove a niche into the Jeepers, which is kind of what we're here to talk about tonight. We'll get into that, but
this is a Jeepin group right here.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And another guy that's part of the Jeepin group is he's a couple doors down from him, Mr. Brad Munn and his wife Sarah Munn of the Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill McDonald's. They're right down the hall. They run a great. Have you had any apple fritters lately?
Oh,
I haven't.
Oh, what are you guys doing?
Hey, listen, I don't know about you, but after a Jeep ride, now first of all,
Big Mac.
My wife keeps Brad Munn in business with sweet tea purchases.
I always said he sold more sweet teas than I do anything.
Yeah, that's what she has to have, a sweet tea.
Yes, Mindy does too.
I think I just need to just
Do you
have
use the
Brad
app?
keep them in stock with my. It's easier for me now.
Do you use the app?
Yeah, I've done it both ways.
Now I know.
Emergency run, jump in, got to grab one.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I know how to get on her good side.
And I tell you,
Sweet tea.
I tell you another guy that's probably been using the app, as fat as he is, and that's old Scott Massey over at Geiger Brothers. 740. I mean, that's a sponsorship right there. Only because we love him. And he's beat me twice, But call Geiger Brothers Construction, man. Those guys, they're top notch. They do great work. I tell you what I'm really the most proud of Geiger Brothers, I think, for not only their craftsmanship and their work, but what a major employer they are around this area, and how they don't get much from sponsoring a little kid's baseball team, but they're first ones to jump right in there and do it. The guys do a great job, so give them a call, 740-286-0800.
Great about keeping that, helping the community out, man.
Yes.
As big as they've got,
Yes,
it'd be easy for them to step out.
Oh, easy.
But now
Easy.
they take care of this.
They do. And speaking of active in the community, do you know anybody needing a job?
But I could probably direct a few people. If I give a few more people jobs, I can sell some more houses.
Well, I tell you exactly where to go.
Where's that at?
Hire.com. ThinkHire.com with Larry Kidd, Melissa, Erica Coughlin. That's where you should go. You're having a hard time. I don't know what you're waiting on.
Can't get nobody to work.
Can't get no. That's the number one problem in our area right now. It seems is all employers are not able to find enough workers. And hey, I highly recommend these people. They get after it down there at Hire. Yeah. I work with them. I work right down the hall from them. Me and Brad and Hire are all in the same building, and I'm telling you, they work daylight till dark. If you need a job, they will find you something immediately if need be. So you might want to give them a call. I'm sure there's some mechanics in their database.
We need to get you some more workers down there, bud.
That's for sure.
I'm
always running behind.
When I drop my Jeep down there, I need it back before next year.
Hey now.
You really should though. I mean, you should say, hey, they have. If you're an employer and you're looking for a specific type of person, somebody mechanically, either degreed or, certificates, whatever, tell them what you're looking for. They may be able to help you. They may be able to find them. And if you are somebody that is looking for a job and you've got some skills and don't know where to go, a lot of people, if you don't know the area, you might not know a lot of the stuff that goes on, then, hey, take your information to them and let them go out and search for a job for you. So awesome. ThinkHire.com or 740-395-0100. And I tell you what else they're doing down there at Hire. They're earning the day. just like our boys over at AP Prep, Jason Prater. Oh, yeah.
Getting them in shape, bud.
But listen, Prater is developing not only athletes, he's developing just great individuals.
So I just to have a friend up in Chillicothe. At first, they were telling me the story about because he's lost a bunch of weight.
Prater has?
No, this guy
this
I know.
guy.
And I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm boxing."
Oh, yeah.
I said, "Where are you boxing at?" That's where he said. I said, "Oh, Prater up there." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "He's whipping me in shape."
It's we all start going over at 6 a.m. If I had somebody that I could go with, I'd do it.
I'm in, bud.
That's too early for me.
They have 6 a.m. class. It's great. I've went.
Really?
It's great.
Come on, Jeff. We could do this.
Well, if you're looking to know their classes, you can look at apprep.info, and they will tell you everything they got going on. But I guarantee you're in the day you go over there. Those guys, they get after it. So speaking of getting after it, we've been getting after it today doing a little Jeepin.
We have.
We didn't have O'Boyle with us today.
Sorry, man. Just got back to the country, bud. Just got back to the country.
He's been vacationing.
Living that high life.
I saw Herbie. It looked like we were talking in the woods today. Did Herbie join Miami Vice?
You seen his outfit, didn't you? Oh gosh, he come out that we had a picture day.
He looked great.
My wife does a picture day. Okay, that's her thing.
Yeah.
So we're all dressed up, and here he come out, and I'm like, whoa, bud, where
Puerto Rican pimp,
yeah, bud.
He looked like a Puerto Rican
Got the
pimp.
white hat on. In fact, someone walked up to him and started speaking Spanish to him.
Oh, yeah.
Like you should have been able to answer to him.
He looked like he may have owned a roofing company or something.
I don't know. I try to, and when he hit that cigar in his mouth, they had that cigar.
Did he have a cigar?
Yeah, he fit the role.
Had that chest hair all sticking out there, fluffed out.
He did. You see the V cut?
I did. I saw it.
Yeah.
I was proud of him. I thought, this man's a savage. But Boyle didn't go with us today, but we have been mapping out. Boys, how many years are we now? I started this in 2015, so this is year 6.
And look how big we've got.
It's huge.
I was thinking the other day, I'm constantly always shooting for a big event. And the thing I think that you have to do if you want a big event, you have to be willing to stay in it. Because it'll get bigger and it'll get bigger. And if you try.
I think you got to keep doing what we've been doing. I mean, you started it, and then we've all got in, and we've added
if I
more.
hadn't got up with you guys, it would still be nothing.
We're not just, hitting the road and turning around and going home. I mean, this is becoming fun. I mean, afterwards, before, during, I mean, this is fun stuff.
Well, how many rides do we do? I mean, today was probably my 10th to 15th time out there this year getting ready for this ride.
Mapping just Jeep.
Just that ride.
Just that
not
one
Joe's, not yours.
Yeah.
That's just the ride that we do. I mean, it's unbelievable, and I tell you something else unbelievable is the amount of people that it's impacted. I mean, I was thinking we've probably raised over 100,000 at this point total. Easy, I'd say pretty easy.
Yeah, I agree.
Georgia could tell us those numbers, but
it's just sheer number like last year when we pulled out, and I remember I don't know, it's about a mile from the turn before we get to the tunnel.
Yeah,
and I looked back,
that's all you can see,
and I was like, it almost like you could walk down the highway on Jeeps for as far as you could go.
Yeah,
which
200.
was awesome.
There's over. Yeah. I mean, what was it 237?
And everybody. I mean, it's so much fun, and we're helping people out. I mean, what else can you do to make it even better?
Well, I think that's what what we're doing this year. Is we're trying to make it safer. Because I think we all agreed last year that was too many people to have out on the highway.
Yeah,
I agree.
Or roads in general. I mean, it was too long. And there was nothing. I mean, that's nobody's fault, but it's too long to like take through the backcountry and expect everybody to be able to keep up, and nobody gets lost or nothing like that. So I think what we're doing this year is going to be cool. With the Jeff, he liked that idea today. So this year, just to let people know, we're going to be taking the whole weekend. And then we're going to have different rides and different things to do, all from our home base, which is the Orex property. Which, man, what a deal that's been, huh?
They've treated us really nice.
Wow.
Yeah, what a great group of
great,
guys to work with there. They've been key.
And they're like, it's not like we have to. If I feel like we don't have to ask for anything, it's like they just like, hey, what we can do to help you make it bigger.
Yeah.
That's what I think. So
they're all about the calls.
Yeah,
it works out really nice for us.
Yeah, they do. And I mean, we're there to help their events, and they're there to help our events, and it's been a great partnership. Weird how I met them. I saw a postcard from them out at the brewery like 4 years ago, and I was like, oh, that'd be a cool Jeep stop. Mm-hmm. And I went out to see them, and then I was like, whoa, what is this? I mean, it was amazing what all those guys do. They'll have a ton of people out there.
Oh, yeah.
The first time I went out there with you, and you said, boys, I could stay right here and never go back in town again. And every time I'm out there, I think the same thing. I'm like, this is perfect.
You can see the Gavin plant from out there, which is probably 30 miles, probably 20
I'd say, yeah. It's got to be close to 30.
So what'd you think of the off-road courses? So today, Boyle, we mapped out the off-road course. Tell us about it. You got a full dose of it that I will be posting on Instagram and Facebook at some point in the near future.
Well, I mean, it was great. Starts off, trails are nice. There is a mud hole that, of course, talked me into hitting that. And next thing you know, the Jeep is completely full of mud. And I spent the last 4 hours trying to get it out so I could come back into town.
Now, I've seen the video.
Yeah.
The only thing scares me about that video is this is why my wife argues with me, because you guys know how I am. Once it gets warm, it's tops and doors off. I don't believe in those during the summer. So she sees that, she's going, well, we're going to have to put doors on.
Just go with it. Just send it.
Even though I'm going to tell you, if you need anything, I got a guy, Eddie Hughes, hooked me up with to clean the Jeep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, amazing. I'll get you his number later. You might need it.
Probably. It's a mess.
What? So I mean, we had what we think about almost 5 miles of trails.
Yeah, it was right at 5 miles.
But that's the main trail. The main trail's 5 miles. There's some things you can kind of do in and out of that.
Yeah,
a few mud holes.
I think people will go down in there and kind of just hang out, run the trails, have a good time. I mean, spend hours down in there just playing around.
I do too.
Good, safe fun.
Yeah. And then we're going to finish it up with CJ up there. I loved CJ's show last time.
He always puts on a good show.
I mean, he was a super guy.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, the guy wrote Up Down. I mean, he's successful as hell when it comes to songwriting and stuff. So
yeah,
I mean, I'm looking forward to his show coming back. That's going to be great. So you have Bryant's Exhaust and Diesel. What is it?
Bryant's Exhaust and Performance.
Bryant's Exhaust and Performance. Now, okay, so you guys, how many years you been in business? Probably 9?
Since 1986.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Where?
Right there. My dad's been there since 1986.
But it wasn't Bryant's, was it?
It was just Bryant's custom exhaust at the time.
I didn't know that.
He didn't do much. I mean, he's built it up from from just him, and now we've got 12 employees. So.
And how many could you stand? If you had a number right now that you could hire right now and people would deliver them to you, how much would that? How many people could you hire?
I know we could use at least 5 more. I mean, that would put our staff. I mean, I got a great group of guys right now.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I couldn't ask for a better group than what I have right now, but we could always use the extra manpower. We stay so busy, it's hard to keep up, and we do our best.
I feel like you could just build bays all over that whole lot down there and keep them full.
I'd like to move to Jackson.
That's what you keep saying. Yeah.
Hey, I've been trying to get him up here, man.
I was going to say, I know a guy that could probably get you a piece of real estate down here. What's your ideal spot here?
I need a pretty good sized building.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I picture, this is what I've been telling him. Here's what I picture.
Uh-huh.
You've been down to Tennessee to the Jeep shop. They always down there in Pigeon Forge, right? You go there, it's a little shop. This guy here, they know their business.
Mm-hmm.
So I always pictured, Jeff having a big shop here with a mud hill where he could put up a Jeep, take a picture, come in.
Big rock landscaping in the front.
Yes.
Look like one of them powerhouse
Yes.
I can see that.
That's what we need.
Yeah. He man, I'm gonna tell you. I mean, you do it, and you're the same as me. I've talked to many people north of us that take their Jeeps other places. Won't beat this man's work.
Oh, no.
quality.
I appreciate that.
That's what I was going to ask you is, so you started off whenever I first met you, was in the trucks, big heavy duty trucks. It was, I think you guys did an exhaust manifold for me on an old 2001 F-250 maybe. I think you welded it up.
It's
First
hard.
time I ever used it. It was a great job.
It's hard to say.
And back in, it was diesel trucks. Diesel trucks were crazy. You guys were doing diesel drags. You guys were doing, and I'm down to your place a good bit. We're either talking Jeep stuff or I'm getting worked on or something. Mm-hmm. And I've noticed that it's about 4-1 on now Jeeps. I mean, honestly, I've WSAZ even said this about us the other day. Jeep capital of the nation, maybe per capita. I'm telling you, I would throw that number in the hat. Like I don't know any place else that's got any more Jeeps than we do.
I was on my way here, and I know that I passed at least 15.
Guarantee it.
And I only live 10 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
So you boys know I got my Jeep in Columbus. And it was during peak COVID. And the guy brought it down from Columbus to let Lynette look at it. And he come back after I talked to him. He goes, "You guys like Jeeps down here." He goes, "You go up in Columbus." He goes, "You might see here 1, 2 here and there." He goes, "I pulled in your town." He said, "Before I made a mile into your house," he goes, "I passed 10 Jeeps."
Well, everybody in this room has one.
Everybody in this room.
Yeah. And if Chad was here, he'd have one too. He's got one too.
He's got one too.
And I've even got 2.
Yeah.
And you've got 2.
I've got 5.
You've got 5
He's got
Jeeps?
5.
Do you really?
I got 5 of them.
Yeah. He's got one that I've been looking at.
Which one?
It's called Big Nasty.
Big
I know
Nasty.
Big Nasty. That
Big
was
Nasty.
that was Noah's old Jeep.
It was.
Yeah, that was Noah's old Jeep.
Yeah.
Just the name alone.
So how much of your business now is dominated by Jeeps compared to diesel trucks?
I would say we're still, I feel like it's a 50-50 split.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we still do a lot.
This is a hot
diesel
time of year
trucks.
for Jeeps.
Now, yeah, it is. I mean, we've got probably 15 or 20 Jeeps down there right now waiting to be worked on. But we still do a lot of the diesel trucks, but it's more general maintenance now. Keep them moving.
Yeah.
5 years ago, it was make it go fast.
Yeah.
And make more horsepower. But now it's just keep it moving and make it look better. We do more lift kits and wheels and tires than we've ever done.
Oh, yeah.
You do a lot of commercial business too, though, right?
We do.
With the diesel trucks.
Yeah, a lot of companies, a lot of construction companies, things like that.
You'll do their corporate accounts and stuff.
We keep their trucks moving for them.
Yeah, it's and that was a hot thing for a while. Diesel trucks. I bit that bullet too. I got one.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. I mean, I went full go into it. I had to have me one. Now
what sucks about going down Jeff's shop?
It costs you $1,000.
You pull down into Jeff's shop, and you got all the ones he's just done worked on right to front, and you start looking at things. Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, I like to have that.
I like to have that. Then I go into the shop. I'm waiting to talk to him, and I'm sitting there going. My wife is like, "Don't take your wallet."
I'm convinced he pays Doug Sprague just to leave his Jeep out front because Doug's got everything Jeff sells.
Yeah,
and I'm like, every time you, I've noticed it's always by the front door. You can't. You have to walk by it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I got it.
It's like that message. You just walk by, just catch you, and then you hear it.
It's like Jerry at Little Caesars.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's about what it is.
We always said we was going to put a room in the back for divorce.
Yeah.
Divorce paperwork.
Yeah.
Well, I remember, last year, because I just got that Jeep last year at the Jeepin for Joy, and I was third coming out, being one of the committee members, but that's why I had to get me a lift, because we just got it, and I'm sitting there going, big Jeep, me. Like, this ain't right, man. I got to go.
Everybody buys those, like, 98 TJs, and I've had 2 or 3 of them, and they're great Jeeps, but I've always said, like, like everybody says, oh, I just like to have an older one, 4-cylinder, just something I can play around. And I'm like, yeah, it's about like buying a Sportster. If you're a Harley guy, and sooner or later, you're going to have the 4-door, it's just a stepping stone.
Yep.
You're either, most people don't step out there and buy the dresser. They'll buy the Sportster first, see if they like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. and it just keeps you guys rolling down there.
It does. It does. We're blessed. I mean, we love having all the business that we have.
What about the parts? How you doing with parts right now?
Parts are
We fought that on my truck.
Parts are another story. I mean, you order it and you wait.
Yeah.
I mean, and the corporate companies, they don't really tend to care. I mean,
This man right here, though, this man went above and beyond for his customers. He drove to a warehouse, to pick up parts for people.
I have had to do that.
He drove to another shop the other day and took the lines off of a truck for me.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Now I had to find it.
He did find it.
I failed it.
Yeah.
But Jeff got there, did it.
Yeah, I mean, we could. I mean, even the Ford dealership, they told us 6 months.
Really?
And I mean, he needs AC. It's hot.
Yeah. Oh, I got.
He sweats too much.
Oh God, fat guys cannot be in.
How much do you think it would impact your business being in Jackson?
Significantly.
I will say it is kind of a pain to go down. And I live down there almost.
Yeah.
But it's just I don't go that way.
Yeah, I mean, if I had my building in Jackson,
Yeah.
I mean, the things that we could do with it, I mean, would just be.
Yeah.
We got 18 bays, and there's not a place in Jackson that.
You have 18 bays now? Mm-hmm. Do you really?
And I mean, they stay full, so.
All the time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, man. I can't think of anywhere that's got that many. You might have to get down on Athens Street or something.
I mean, the building I'd love to have is right across from Walmart. What's that? What used to be in that building?
The old bread place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's small, but it's neat. It's nice. It's clean.
Yeah.
It's right on the main drag.
You could just take somebody there and send the rest of them right on down the road.
Yeah, I mean, we do the small jobs up there and
Yeah.
send the big jobs down to Oak Hill. But I just the money, the money they want for that place.
Yeah.
It's a big investment.
I see Slarks is moving down on Main Street, or they're expanding down on.
Are they?
Yeah, that's the one who's doing all that. Man, that's a big move.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know what they were doing there.
Yeah, that's who got that lot there in town.
Oh, wow.
Well, you're probably seeing all kinds of just stuff flipping and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, the market's starting to settle a little bit because inventory's starting to pick up.
Yeah.
So as inventory's starting to pick up, it's going to settle the market down a little bit.
I
for
feel like
buyers.
it's settling. It's
Yeah.
a minute, and you're halfway through summer.
Yeah.
I haven't checked rates. Where are rates at right now?
I mean, they're still sitting in the
High twos.
high twos. I mean, you get that occasional person that ends in the threes, but
Yeah.
you still get good rates.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. Here's inventory.
And that's everywhere. It's not just here in Ohio. It's everywhere across the country.
Mm-hmm.
I think COVID, people, became homebodies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as it's starting to slowly break out, you're going to see a change.
Yeah. Did it hurt your business in COVID?
No, it actually helped it.
Yeah.
More people saved their money and repaired their cars.
Yeah. Or bought wheels and
Or
tires.
bought wheels and tires.
Yeah, I was that
Especially
guy.
the stimulus money.
Yeah, I was that guy.
I was that guy.
New set of Nittos.
I got my 20-inch wheels and
Yeah, you did. You put a lot of money in yours.
yes,
They're like Transformers, man.
oh yeah, and then the man's helped me out. I had to. He just helped me spend more money because
Oh yeah,
my Jeep decided to stop working and wouldn't turn over, wouldn't do nothing. He gets down there and he calls me, and I tell you what, I love Jeff. Me and Jeff good friends here, but he calls you and he goes, yeah. Then he paused. When he paused, my gut said, oh, this is bad news. This is bad. And he said, well, he goes, listen, someone's been in this engine before. I said, okay. He goes, a lot of metal in that oil pan.
Yeah.
I was like, well, okay,
yeah,
what's
you
that?
fried your motor, didn't you?
Yeah, well, it was probably going. Keeping it up, it was just kept on going. Then finally hit the last leg.
Huh.
So-
Man, mine's running good. My engine runs good.
How many miles on yours now?
200.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, almost 200, 191, something like
Yeah.
that. I've put 60 on it in 3 years. I bought it with like 140, I think. Maybe.
I don't know. You could put good weekend. You could put
Oh man, I drive it every day. I mean,
Yeah.
so you do yours too.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so I think what we're going to do is on those out there at the trails, which will help you. I think some of those trails are going to have we're going to have signs that say, okay, you got to have 37 front and rear tow hooks.
Yep.
At least 2 inches of lift. Because I mean, today, if you would have been a stock Jeep and went through that today, it's over.
We would have been filming down there.
Yeah,
We'd be there.
we'd be there still. Yeah,
It was bad.
it was.
Hey,
that bad.
so what you're saying is at some of these holes we're going to put. If you haven't been to Jeff's,
yeah.
go this way.
yeah. I could see it. I know a couple guys. Our boy, what's his name, Mark Ward. Oh, he'll hit that thing wide open. About
You know it.
You know he'll hit. I swear, I just want to YouTube him all the time.
You know Herbie. Herbie got that new diesel Jeep, and we have the Fonz, Panama Jack.
What's the guy from Miami Vice?
Hey, it's the Panama Jack guy. Remember him?
That's who it is.
That's it.
That is who he look like.
I told him that, man. I said, you look like Panama Jack. You sell some suntan lotion down here.
No,
but he bought that new diesel Jeep.
Yeah.
And
buried it first.
He couldn't resist when we were going riding. And I told him, I said, "Bud, you ride with me." I said, "I don't think a stock Jeep will go through this one hole down there." He goes, "I'm gonna make it." He said, "I got plenty of power." I pulled Herbie Peoples out once myself. I'm just proud of that. Don't hit the metal, guys. Yeah. But I was proud that I pulled him out because he's had to pull me out a couple times.
Is that the Jeep that was down there the other day?
Yeah,
it's spit shine now.
It is. Well, other than the underneath side, I want to kill him.
Really?
We done a full undercoat under it, and he left all kinds of mud under it.
You'll do a full undercoat on a Jeep. Mm-hmm. How much is that? So is that a frame off?
No, it's the frames. I mean, it still stays intact.
You don't pull the cab, nothing.
No, we run it up on a big ramp, power wash it real good, let it dry, and then.
And do you do everything underneath it, or are you just doing frame?
It depends what the customer wants. Most of the time, we do the frame and the axles and the underbody, the rocker panels, of course, because Jeeps are bad about that.
Yeah.
But
what about like your bolt heads and nuts and shit?
It does affect that stuff some.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to kind of choose between, do I want it to rust or do I want it to come apart easy?
Yeah.
So we try to tape things off, make it look as good as we can. Mm-hmm. But his being brand new, I told him, I said, that's going to be easy. We'll get it undercoated. And then he goes and sinks it in the mud hole. And so now we got big clubs of mud under there that we had to get out.
See, that's why I didn't do that to you today, bud. That's why I was a smart one today. I rode with Cody in the side-by-side.
But hold on. You guys also had Willie Porter with you.
Yeah.
That is true.
Well, he was out there. He should know them tires out there today. I got to look at them tires. I thought, how my wife's Yukon's got them same tires on there. I was like, what are you doing, Willie?
Well, after he blew his motor up.
This is why that happens, is my point.
Well, he said, I want some tires that I won't be tempted to go in the mud with.
It ain't the tires, Willie. Willie act like them tires just gonna jump up at it and be like, "Don't do it, young man." I mean, it's Willie's fault.
Well, it is true. How many more of them you got in there?
He has no self-control. Is what we're all trying to say here. He has
none.
No.
And his wife will just root him on.
Oh
yeah. But then she hits him up with the old good one afterwards. I told you not to do it.
Yeah. Well, Todd was the first one out there today. Willie, I need new tires by Christmas.
Hey, what Jeff's saying. Jeff's going, I got you special. Come on down. He's got it. Now, listen, Willie's, I know he's going to listen to this. I'm just going to say this out in front of everybody. Jeff's got a Willie Bay down the shop just for Willie.
I told Willie today, I said, Willie, we need to get you out of Jeepin for Joy. I said, get Jeff's ramps, and you can just power wash everybody's Jeeps. And I said, hand out you'll do home residential cards. And I said, you'd be flooded with business. Right?
Flooded with it. Because I don't care how well. You know what? That's the only thing sucks. When you wash it, you think you've done a good job. It looks good. Then all of a sudden it dries and you're like, what the hell did I miss?
The best thing that happened is a rainy drive home.
Yeah.
That's the best, And whenever we was in the mines working, that's the way our shit stayed all the time. Yeah. All the time, you're underneath your vehicle just stayed gobbed up with mud. And the best time to take your vehicle to the car wash was on a rainy day and spray all that stuff out from underneath it. Man, it was nasty. Just
unless you're Eddie Hughes.
Yeah.
Then you got a little cleaning kit to go.
Yeah.
In the truck you pull over.
I'm surprised Eddie doesn't pay some midget to ride in the back. And jump out with a bucket and a squeegee.
I picture, you know what I'm picturing? I'm picturing him just to buy like a water truck.
Yeah.
With a power washer attached to it. Yeah. And just a cruise, just to follow him.
I don't even know why he's into Jeeps.
He's got every kind of toy and thing you could climb a mountain with.
And it'll never touch it.
He'll never touch it.
Yeah. Yep. Usually he doesn't even hook his winches up.
Yeah, he got a winch on this one.
And it's hooked up now.
Yeah.
Have you seen his?
He also went with 17s. Instead of 20-inch wheels.
Yeah, he liked that big, thick look like I had. He liked that big.
Maybe you're converting him.
Oh yeah, he tries to be me. Everything he does. I mean, his diet regimen.
Well, I'm not sure who's trying to be who because he left his in the parking lot today. So,
well, I'm smart.
Oh yeah, you know what you call that?
I knew what you goofballs was going to do. I thought I'm going to get it. I mean, hey, we're fine.
Who did you ride with?
Cody in the side by side.
In the side by side.
He's a pansy.
Hey, we weren't 5 minutes in, and these guys are buried.
Oh, hey,
Wait a minute. Now, Willie was in that hole for at least 30 minutes. So I at least was 35
and
minutes
he kept
in.
trying, and I was like, I don't know why you're trying. This ain't going to happen.
Hey, now that's the same thing happened to his motor.
Well,
He kept on trying. Hey, at least he ain't a quitter, bud.
that's true.
But I think the slide, between the concert, the slides. So now we got 2 slides out there.
2 slides.
The camping, the concert, the off-road pass. I mean, that's it. I'm just hoping that it is a safe event, number one. I think that there seems to be this misconception that we allow drinking on the road, and we do not. We follow state, highway rules, for what little bit we're on the rules. You are not to be drinking and driving. I don't know why people think that's.
Yeah,
but,
you tell people that, like, we don't tell you come up here and open your beer.
I had some idiot was like, "Yeah, you guys let them drink and drive." I'm like, "I don't let you do anything." I'm like, you're on the highway, bud.
If you get pulled over and you're drinking and driving, you're in trouble.
You're in trouble, yeah. So I'm hoping now we're giving them the camping option. Letting people play around. I mean, we want them to get a DD. So we're going to have somebody checking the off-road course, make sure the driver doesn't have any open containers, is not drinking.
Yep.
Just because, I mean, man, it's going to be a pretty hectic course. I mean, I don't want to say hectic, but I mean, you don't want to go out you don't want to be that guy. I mean, if you take the wrong turn out there, you're dead.
Yeah, it's bad.
I mean,
big drop-offs.
Big drop-offs. I mean, it's pretty wild out there.
I know, like last year, Jeepin for Joy, Joe Simpson had his side-by-side out there.
Yeah.
And me and him got in it for a little ride, which we didn't have any off-road courses at that time. And, I mean, next thing I know, we're in the middle of nowhere. We don't know where we're at.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, wait a minute.
I mean,
we also remember Jeepin for Joy is the day that Jeff Bryant, slides off the
road. Yeah. He's 2 behind me, and I look back, and I was like, what is Jeff doing back there? I was like, that was the worst spot he could have picked to pee.
Yeah.
And then everybody stops, and I was like, oh, he's stuck. Okay.
I was just trying out my wife's four-wheel drive. Right?
Yeah.
She wasn't in the Jeep, so I'm like, I'm trying it.
I was driving forward, and my wife was taking pictures like she does, and she goes,
Was it picture day?
and, it wasn't picture day, but she likes to take her pictures. She goes, Jeff just went off the road. He goes, he slid off the road, and I said, there ain't nothing right here for to slide off the road with. There's this bank.
Yeah.
I said, he's playing around. I said, no, he's not moving.
Well, you reach down and grab a cell phone, or you do whatever. I was on my way out. I was out the other day mapping a piece by myself. I just took off. I had an hour, and I told Mindy, I was like, man, there's just one piece. I want to see where this road goes. I go out there, and I'm bebopping along, and all of a sudden, this old boy jumps out in the middle of the road. He goes, bud, could you help me? And I look over, and his Jeep's just buried down to the frame right there. He did the same thing, only he'd got over in that soupy, side of the road stuff, and it just took him down. He was in an old TJ.
Huh.
Luckily, I had one of the mobile mechanic straps on me, and I was able to pull him out. Then it broke.
I was going to say, is that the one you said broke twice?
I broke 2 of them.
Now, Jeff saved us recently. A big save.
Yeah.
Big save. It was like
2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock in the morning save.
You answered your phone and come got him.
Well, after about like
Shouldn't
the
tell me
12th phone call, I'm thinking like something's wrong.
Yeah.
Because everybody in Willie's family called me.
Oh, okay.
And Chris called me. I mean, I'm like, well, something's probably wrong.
Yeah.
So I get up out of bed. Lacey's like, are you really going to go out there and get them? So about, I don't know, when did you call me? About 1?
I started calling you at like 10.
Well, I didn't get it till about 1.
Yeah, I started calling you at 10.
Where was you?
So the quarry down there.
We'll call it a quarry, sure.
Yeah. But we ended up finding a little trail, and it
Okay.
was all cool.
Okay.
But it was getting that mist was starting to get on the grass. We go down. We get to a point, and I said, no lie, and I'm not just saying this. I put this in front of God and country. I said, we shouldn't go no farther. Now, I was driving Willie's black Jeep.
Okay.
Which is broke, by the way.
Yeah, and my wife is
He sold it,
driving
though,
Willie's. He sold that to Shelley.
Yeah.
Who bought it?
James Shelley.
James. Oh, did he?
Yep. Okay. And then my wife's driving her green Jeep, but we get to this hill, and I go, Will, I think we need to stop and turn around. And he goes, nah, there's ways out. Just go down it. Yeah, I guess. I'm like,
Yeah.
All right. We go down. As soon as we get about 10 feet down, the whole Jeep is sliding. And I'm like, then there's a fence. Then there's no way to go.
Oh, how'd you find him?
Oh, gosh, this is the best.
Okay, I'm not real good with directions. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, you didn't get here.
Yeah, well, you know.
He was lost for 15 minutes coming here.
Well, there was 4 Jeeps, because Herbie was with us too.
Yeah, they
We all
was
got
all
stuck.
stuck.
All of you guys.
All of
We
them.
couldn't go back up the hill; it was too wet.
Everybody.
It just wouldn't go up the hill. Yeah.
Everybody.
So you guys just all standing down there like, what are we going to do?
That's it.
man?
And then we kept calling, and I was like, we ain't gonna hear from him till in the morning.
Nobody
I said-
called me, and I live out there.
Well, I didn't think.
Well, they know yours won't leave the road.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah, so I was like, well, he finally won. He's like, okay, where you at? We told him. I also even marked it. I said, but we're out here.
Now listen, the marker, they were so far back in the woods, the marker was telling me they were on another road than what the road I needed.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really my fault.
No.
What
And
time,
it
what
was-
time did
it was
everybody
dark.
get home?
I think I was the last one to get home because I took them home. Or I took Willie home.
The sun was coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate those.
And I had to work the next day.
Did you?
Yeah, they all went home.
This
took
was
a nap.
like a Tuesday?
No?
No, it was on Friday night, but I had to
Oh.
work Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was supposed to go in on Saturday. And,
End up calling in that day.
I ended up going in, but it was a little later.
Was it?
We had to winch one Jeep out because he couldn't go farther because he would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
We're winching one Jeep out. The time we finally get it up there, Herbie's is the last one, and it was a challenge, and it's taken us a while.
Is it heavier being a diesel?
No, this was his other one. It was
his
a black one, but it was just where it was at. It took us a while.
I think we had 500 feet of winch cable
Oh, wow.
to reach it. I couldn't even see it where I was winching at.
I'm surprised that they haven't just seriously barricaded all that area out there.
I'm too.
Did you see that car that's down there now? Somebody, there was I guess.
Oh yeah, my son told me about
There
that.
was a high-speed chase or something that happened.
Like a real nice car too, right?
Yeah, and it's like
Oh, wow.
a Buick or something. And
Yeah.
they jumped it right there by the by like the main where everybody stands out there and takes their picture. They jumped it. They went up over that berm right there and then run it off of that edge.
Holy crap.
Yeah, down in the court.
Yeah. Down into the court.
I assume they
And
got out.
it's laying on the next. I don't think they were in it. I think they just
Pushed
pushed it over there.
Wow.
Yeah, but you could take a Jeep up over that berm pretty easy. We took side by side.
I've done it before.
Have you?
Yeah, but first one night we was out there, and
It always starts with that one night.
Hey, I wasn't driving, but had a little too much, and we're out there taking pictures.
It's picture day.
Me and Willie's wife.
It's picture day. It's
And
every day's
we're
picture day.
We're doing these pictures, and the next day we drove back out there because someone left something or thought they left something. And I realized where I was standing at. I was like, I was a, good quarter step away from going over.
Yeah. Yeah, it ain't that far down. You probably wouldn't fall. You probably wouldn't die if you did the first.
No, I wouldn't die. That'd be my luck right there.
You'd be a vegetable.
I don't think I'd be that. Like I'd be cognitive of everything. I just wouldn't have no use of it.
I'm trying to line out a route this year that's not as dusty.
Yeah.
What do you do though, man?
It's hard.
It's hard without being on the highway. You get out there in no man's land where people don't, everybody bitches about the dust, and I'm like, man, it's a Jeep, but I'm always in front, so it don't bother me. Playing you a ride. That's what I tell them.
Yeah, but you know what? Who wants to drive just straight up regular road?
Oh, I don't. I have no interest in that.
No.
Now, I will say the older I don't know if it's just the times of day that we've been doing it, but man, it's been getting hot.
Yeah.
It is warm.
Now, I bet you with your top on and doors off today, I bet you that's probably the coolest way to go.
It's nice. Nice breeze. But
Yeah.
the sun doesn't get to you.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, you take that top off and have that sun, boo,
I got a sun
a shade.
shade.
Yeah.
It does work.
It's 'cause
It
you're
does
bald.
work, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to paint my top. As soon as I take mine to you, I'm going to keep my top at the house and paint it.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to go tan.
Oh, so you're going to be like Chris, and the week that it rains nonstop, you're going to bring me your Jeep with
Yeah,
that
I
top
don't want
on
to see
it.
mine sitting outside.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
I want garage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my Jeep without a top on it, but it's going to rain for like
What'd
the
you do
next
with your
month.
top? You just didn't put it
It's
on?
on the side of my garage, man. I don't believe in the top and doors when it gets warm, bud.
Yeah.
Give me I'll take a tarp and throw over top if I have to.
Did I tell you that I bought all the Call Auto Sales Jeep parts?
Man, that's the only thing I missed this week. Did you get a lot of cool stuff?
I got every Jeep part that they made.
Really?
Yeah, or that they had. I bought 2 skids.
Need any signs?
They aren't doing those yet.
Hey, when is that?
In July.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
looking for.
I heard they're going to go for big money.
The signs? I bet.
Yeah.
How was the auction this year?
Yeah, they sold the building.
Did they?
Yeah, sold the little building. The
Little
used car. They haven't sold the big one yet. But I figure that's going to be our door prizes for Jeepin' for Joy, is all those Jeep parts. But I mean, I got like 2 tailgates, I think, maybe, or 1 tailgate. I think I got 1 tailgate. I got
Get a soft top?
I got a soft top. I don't know what it fits.
Hey, we need to figure this out.
Yeah, but I did. I got those like racks that I have on top of mine. There's the Jeep racks or whatever.
Those are nice.
Those are nice. Yeah. I've got.
You gonna put a tent up there?
What do you mean?
Only the cool kids have tents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Only the cool kids.
We went on trail ride, and we're going over this hill, and there's a log over top of it, and we.
Oh, I know the log.
Yeah, we get
I got a
out,
picture
and
of it.
he's sitting there going. I'm looking at him. He looks at me, and he stops. I'm like, dude, I don't think you're going under this with that tent on there. We had to literally. Everybody had to get up, pick this big log up,
so you could get
so
up
he could
underneath
slide underneath it. And then I'm imagining all of us, this log being like unlodged. It just
I want somebody to
roll
get the
out.
4x4, or not the 4x4, but like the big off-road camper that they pull behind them. They make some off-road Jeepin' rigs that like have a real, I don't know about the tongue, but it'll go everywhere you do. And
They're
really.
expensive.
yeah, they're about $30,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just
For a
little
small one.
pop-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're expensive.
They have 15 or 16,000.
Yeah.
But I just think it'd be nice just to be able to leave it somewhere. You know, I mean, how often are you just driving out through the woods and you're like, hey, let's just set up camp?
I've done that before.
And no, well, when?
Huh?
When?
When I was younger.
Well, I mean, so I guess maybe if you was younger, you might.
You never went four-wheeling or, when you was younger?
But then I went back home.
Oh, we camped out.
I never did. I mean, I never did camp out like that.
Down
I mean,
there,
I've camped out, but I never was like trucking down the trail and like, you know what, guys? I think I'm just going to go ahead and call it a night right here. I mean,
You got to do that every once in a while.
well, I mean, I just typically never was in that situation. Of course, I'm not the guy to hit that mud hole either.
Yeah.
Well,
When you start hitting them real far long rides,
Yeah.
he would just make it through the second aisle at Walmart and be like, "This is where I'm staying."
this is it. This is it. Yeah.
I do want to put together a big ride one of these days, maybe get down the New River or something.
That's what you've been wanting to do.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from,
I've been wanting to go do that. I think Moab would be too far.
Everybody, man, they're starting to do that, though.
Yeah, I'd like to go to Moab. I just don't know about putting a ride together.
His dad's been talking about wanting us to take a few Jeeps and go down to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because Tennessee, man, they got a bunch of the Jeep rated trails that if you get the Jeep app
yeah,
and you log on, you complete it, they give you the Jeep badges.
yeah, I'd be in on that. Are they, as long as they're not too nasty, Mindy'd do it.
I mean, they rate them.
They're rated.
Down at Windrock, they got like 52 trails that you can get badges for.
Really?
Yeah. Some of them are.
Well, how do they rate them? Like pro?
Well, I mean, on the app on the phone,
They'll tell you
it tells you
it's moderate,
like beginners,
beginner,
things like that. Now, some of them are
So
really
what
bad.
what would today have been?
A beginner trail.
That's a beginner trail.
Yeah, for sure.
Even the first part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Those trails down there are,
Pretty wild.
yeah, the ones they call like the pro trails and stuff are. I wouldn't even attempt it.
You wouldn't attempt it.
I wouldn't. Not.
Why?
I mean,
What are they?
I still owe money on my Jeeps. Why?
Like big hills or like big what? Climbing rocks?
Straight up rocks. I mean, literally, they'll drive their Jeep straight up a wall, and if they can get their front tires to hook over the wall,
Yeah.
then they'll try to make it. I mean, you have to look it up on YouTube.
Huh. Yeah, I haven't seen that.
and there's some crazy like ones where some of those where you drop, like you're going over, you got a rut. If you don't hit that rut right, on the other side, just straight up mountain.
Huh. That doesn't sound fun.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not very long ago out in Colorado, it's called the Big Bear Pass, I think is what it's called. Mm-hmm. There's a Jeep. It rolled. I don't even know how many times.
You got to watch that, man. That's crazy.
They die.
I don't think they were in it, were they?
I think they bailed.
I think so. I mean, it rolled probably 100 times. I mean, it went down the hill forever.
It's not a hill.
It's still sitting there is probably what you're saying.
There's nothing left of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in pieces.
It's down a mountainside. It's one of the hardest trails you can Jeep.
You have any interest in doing that? Nah.
Me neither. I don't have.
I wouldn't mind doing it.
Would you?
I would.
With your Jeep with the 10 on it?
Yeah. I just wouldn't take the kids.
Yeah.
That's what worries me, the kids.
Yeah. I'm convinced if you're going to ride in the woods, get you a side by side. But if you're going to back road it,
hey, bud, I went off roading in Punta Cana.
Yeah, that's what she said. He took a monkey tour.
Bud.
He also flipped a side by side.
No, I didn't. Our friend, his girlfriend,
Stanley.
Did. No. They're up in Chillicothe, a couple out there, Tony Deddy and Miranda Hatmaker. Miranda was driving.
Miranda Hatmaker?
Yeah.
That's her last name, Hatmaker?
Yeah.
It's a hell of a last name.
They said, hey, bud, you get up there and make some, business. But these trails were wild, man. You go in, and they make some tight ones where, you can gun it pretty good. They don't care. And there was big mud holes.
What was you riding?
The Honda Pioneer.
Honda Pioneer, was it good?
Yeah, it was, for that little park, and I think I got mine up to like 40 at some point in time, but we'd back off. Lynette was sitting in the first mud hole. I saw it like around this side.
This is where it kicks in.
I said,
him and Willie, these boys, bud, they got to switch.
I said, you know what? I got up, I went around the curve slow, and because we had to stay in line. I let the other one get through it where she couldn't see it. And then all of a sudden, I just got it. A wave. Come over to, I look over, and she goes, I can't see much in her sunglasses. But it was fun, man. We had so much fun. But the girl went a real tight curve, and then she had it going a little too fast, and it rolled upside. And instead of keeping on the gas to get off of it, she let it go, and it would hit a tree. No one got hurt, though.
Yeah.
Man, Panama Jack. He's a firefighter like me, but his firefighter skills kicked in. He jumped in. He was getting them out of seat belts. He was saving lives.
Was he?
Yeah,
I like that, Herbie.
Our tour guide, his name was PJ. He was funny as hell. He goes, you hurt? And they go, no, you messed up.
We need to get Herbie involved with Jaffe.
Yeah, at least the Jeepin part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think we've all talked about it a million times. I think it's time for us to form our own deal inside. We can do it inside Jaffe, but we need to have our own officers and stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's getting big. I mean, what
if something happens to one of us? I mean, we're all older now. I mean, hell, what if
what happens if he goes out west to Denver and rolls down the hill?
Mm-hmm. Then his ride's done.
And
your ride, so it's it's to let people know. So we do Joe's ride, my ride, and your ride, and you buy the jackets. Joe's ride helps kind of fund all the stuff, and then my ride goes to the kids as toys. Joe's does too, but Joe's money is combined with mine. Yours, we get the excess. You buy all the jackets, and then we get the excess. It's worked out great, man. Out great.
It's great. I mean, we're like I said before,
and I don't have to do the toys anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did that one year. Shop for toys.
It's awful, isn't it?
It is awful.
I mean, I'm not complaining, but
I don't understand. I don't know the new toys. Not having kids, I don't know the new stuff.
I don't know how to shop. Like, I'm used to going in and getting what I need and then getting out. Whenever you got 150 kids that night, you go out and get what they want. That's a bitch.
So I went with, there was like 5 of us that went.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm going to tell you why I'm smart, man. I'm going to tell you why I'm good at what I do. It's because I think outside the box. You know what I did? I went to a girl at work in the little department, and I said, hey, I'm here to buy needy kids some toys. I got the money, but I don't know what I'm getting. I have a list. And she goes, would you tell my manager that I helped you out? I said, listen, I'll take a picture with you and send it to Walmart. So everybody else is around their list. And you can see, even include my wife, mad. Oh. I don't know what this is. And then I'm sitting there going, she goes, here's this little girl pushing the cart, throwing all the stuff in. She's like, how many of these did you need? I'm like, I need 10. Got it.
Man, the night that broke my spirits with the whole thing, I had left the bar, or I was getting ready to leave the bar like 1:45 in the morning, and my wife calls, and she's in the Kohl's parking lot with a truckload of toys and a flat tire. And I had, and you know what? I didn't even mess with it. I was already mad because I had to drive Chillicothe. I said, you know what? We're leaving it right here, locked in. Get in mine. I'm bringing you back home. And then the next day, I just took a trailer up and got it and brought it back home, changed the tire. I was like, I'm not even full with it up there, you know, because, it just shot my whole day. It was like, it was Thanksgiving weekend, I think, is what weekend that was. Man, I was so done with it. But Dale taking over the toys has helped me a bunch, man.
You know, but as hard as it is worth it.
It's worth it, yeah.
It's 100%. I mean, it's a good feeling. And we get to all do stuff we love to do. I mean, we generally like being outside. We like riding our Jeeps.
You know, and that's what I love about this Jeepin' for Joy thing. I've always said this. Being a guy from here, you know, you're from the same type of area and you're from here. I think the one thing that's going to pull Appalachia out of the poverty ranks is if we start exploiting some of the off-road and just outdoor life that's here. I mean, man, we have just as good a stuff as anywhere. Mm-hmm. Cody Hale took me on a side-by-side trip here the other day, me and Rob Stewart, and we jumped in his. And we were everywhere from Oak Hill to Rio Grande and Centerville and out there by the orchard and by the tunnel. And I mean, and even Rob was like, I like this better than Rush, Kentucky. He's like, this is where it's at. Mm-hmm. And I mean, people love that stuff, man. Mm-hmm. They love it. And I mean, look at Big Rock Cabins, look at Hocking Hills, look at all these, like, you know, Uncle Buck's, all these outdoor activities down here. And I mean, man, and if you can get people, that's what's going to bring people in, I think.
Yeah.
You probably see a lot of that at the shop.
I do. I mean, we're starting to see more people come in for just outdoor living. I mean,
yeah.
There's a couple of the companies that we deal with for automotive parts that offer like the refrigerator freezer combos and things like that for the back of the trucks or the Jeeps and things. And every time they come up, they run a sales special on them. It don't last 10 minutes, and they're sold out.
Really?
I mean, it's that quick.
Huh.
I mean, I've had some ordered from Rough Country, and we ordered them on February 2nd. We still don't have them.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to get stuff.
Boys, I dream big. I'm going to tell you, one day in the near future, at the orchard, Jeepin' for Joy, Luke Combs on the main stage. What are we talking about here, boys?
Hey, we got the spot to do it out there.
Yes, we do.
And, I tell you, that the guys from Warx, they're all in with whatever we want to do. There's, Jake and John and those guys and the Richards family, you couldn't ask for better people to work with, man. Because they're just like us. They're actually probably wilder than us. Yeah. Honestly, like if you go out there with those guys, you better. That ain't for the weak. So,
but man, it is just a good time, man. And anybody listening to this, I mean, there's one thing with all the Jeeps in this town, this area.
Yeah.
If you don't own a Jeep yet, maybe you can't get one right now.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people. Call somebody.
Yeah.
There's seats open.
Yeah.
For sure.
Jump in.
Yep, jump in. So, we got anything else to cover, Tyler?
Been right about
Happy
an hour.
birthday, by the way.
Thanks.
Whoa.
How
your
old was
birthday?
Today's not, but Wednesday was.
Wednesday was.
How old was you?
29.
20.
Oh, God.
Young Tyler. Not young Jamie.
Hey, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. This is the one thing always gets me.
Jeff's only like 24.
And,
How old are you, Jeff? Are you 30 yet?
I turned 30 on the 14th of June.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Thank God.
First time I really started hanging out with Jeff and got in Jeepin' and everything.
Are you 50 yet?
I'm close. I think we're in the same age, aren't we?
No, hell no. You're a lot older than me. I just turned 40
Huh? You just turned 40?
in May.
Oh, yeah. I'll be 45 next year.
That's what I thought. Yeah, you're good. You're inching on
But
50.
Jeff looked at me. I thought, Jeff had all that wise knowledge on this stuff. I was like, man, and he's a good businessman.
Yeah.
I was like, never thought. And then we started talking. I was like, how old are you? And he told me 26. I was like,
He's the oldest 20. Actually, I take that back. That is the oldest 28-year-old that I know. You're the oldest 30-year-old that I know. Tyler's one of those like, me and Chad, we don't really get settled in and start texting everybody back and forth till about 10 o'clock at night. Tyler's been in bed for 2 hours. And then just to piss us off, about 3:45 the next morning, our phones will start going off. And Tyler, hey guys, sorry, just got your message. I was in bed last night, but here's what I was thinking. And he'll just start rapid firing you at 4 a.m. It's like, oh, that prick. Yeah, he got us.
When are we gonna grow up?
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, I gotta say, I've turned over a new leaf here in the last 2 or 3 months. I've been getting up, getting my workouts in the morning. You know what I started doing this last week? You guys are gonna make fun of me. Did I tell you yoga?
I've been hearing that's the stuff, man.
I've been doing yoga in the morning, just in my living room. I do mainly. I really enjoy my Mondays because that's Mindy's going to summer school or teaching summer school.
You know he's wearing yoga pants, right?
Are you doing that with Crocs on or without
I do it
Crocs
nude.
on? Oh.
I do it nude yoga at my house.
Nude yoga.
Yeah. Hey, these
at
Crocs.
the Gillum Ranch.
That has changed my life. I can tell you that right now. These Crocs I wore them all day today. Did you notice that?
I didn't.
Oh, you're a Croc guy now.
Oh, hell yes.
I
I'm a Croc
guarantee
guy.
you he's got a set of Hey Dudes on.
Yeah, I do, but I'm a dude guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's what everybody's been on them Hey Dudes.
Dude, they're best shoe ever.
Not compared to Crocs.
Oh, yeah, they are.
No,
they're
not.
comfortable.
Can't
and
be,
you, can
can't be. You can just hose a Croc off.
you can hose a Croc off.
Yeah. Yeah, you hose that off.
You bet you can do it, dude, that way. I got Mow in mine, and I went floating down.
You got what in yours?
I mow. I got mowing dudes.
Oh.
You mowing? You're still mowing your own grass?
Yeah. Listen.
Jeff said he was going to go home and mow his grass today, and I just took a moment of silence.
Did you?
That's the dumbest thing you guys can do. All you productive individuals mowing your own grass. You can't win that game,
I
boys.
enjoy it.
That's all
I
bullshit. Nobody enjoys coughing and sneezing and hosing their legs off.
I don't see. Well, now remember something here. I don't live out in the country.
I will say yours you could probably do in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
He has to charge the battery twice, though.
Yeah.
All the more reason why I don't even know you even bother with it.
Yeah.
Somebody's probably on your street right now has 3 lawns. I'd say for $15 they would cut your grass.
I had a guy mowing it for $20.
And you fired him?
I just didn't like
How much did you give for that new electric mower?
About $400.
How?
That's my total point with all this.
Never mind.
I went to go buy a new mower and it was going to be like $7,000-8,000 for a new zero turn, and I was like, "You gotta be shitting me!" I was like, "How many times do you think I could get the grass cut for $8,000?" Then I got thinking about time, and I was like, "No brainer." And now I tell you what, I love it when they stripe my lawn. I can sit back and admire that. It don't bother me a bit. You guys got to get out of that.
Oh well, okay. But see, here's the thing, man. Listen. I'm a chubby guy. And if I take more and more activity I take away from me, it's not good for me, bud. I got to find some stuff.
It's not slimming you now. I mean,
it just started, Jason. I just started, bud. I got to freaking give me a minute.
You just now started mowing your grass? We've been mowing since April.
I had the guy mowing.
And then you said, that's $20.
$20.
Oh, God.
I got, I got to pay my insurance.
Think of this. That is a battle. I'm convinced in 100 years they're going to look back and say, you believe them dumb son bitches used to cut their grass.
Yeah.
That's the worst
now I've been
time spent you could ever do.
I looked into that
electric mower,
artificial grass stuff, the one stuff like they put up at Ohio State.
Yeah.
I looked into that. It's pricey.
I looked into the wireless mower.
Oh, the dude above the shop, about 2 miles above your shop, going towards Jackson.
Strickland.
Is that who that
He
is?
sells them.
No, it's got the guy that he's got the house right.
Oh,
around
that's
the corner.
Herbie. Herbie Simpson has one.
Yeah.
That brick house up on the right.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
First time I'm driving down the road, he comes off the hill right there, and I'm going, what? I almost wreck.
It's his mower.
It's his mower.
Every day. He never touches it. It goes back. It docks itself. It docks its own self.
Yeah.
If somebody would ever steal it, it's got a tracking device on it. You can track it right and go get it. They come out whenever you buy it. They'll come out and set your perimeters out there, and that way,
pretty nice.
And that way, think about it.
Are you going that way?
I just told you I like to mow my grass.
Oh, that's right. You did say that.
There's no way you like to do it.
I do.
Do you like to cook hot dogs?
Well, no, I don't much
Do you
care
do
for
that?
hot dogs.
Do you like to what else is something you like?
Do you
to
like weed eating? That's my question.
No.
I don't
Well,
like
they go
weed.
hand in hand.
It does. It does.
No, it doesn't. That's a hard no.
Yeah.
I round up.
It just squirts a lot.
I bought a side by side and I just pack a jug in it. Every time I see a weed bud, I just pepper it. And some bitch won't be there tomorrow. I promise you. You got to my house, don't even throw a cigarette butt out. You'll burn up the whole place. It's just nothing but fried weeds out there. That's why I have horses. That's the only reason I have horses. So I don't have to mow that field all the time.
My in-laws had a neighbor that kept a beautiful lawn. I'm talking.
That's a man with these priorities out of line.
Yeah, just beautiful lawn. Had the striped and everything. He would go through with the 4-wheeler, and with the roundup as the driveway and stuff. He was coming back around the back side, and somehow hit the 4-wheeler like on the corner of the house because he wasn't paying attention, and busted it. Busted the thing when it rolled the 4. He didn't know it, and he took the 4 back to his garage. 2 days later, there's a line of dead grass.
I'm telling you, that's the only way to do it. I mean, Jason Snyder told me that one time. He said, "You show me a man with these yard stripes, and I'll show you a man with these priorities all out of whack."
Damn it! I'm gonna have to find someone to mow my grass now.
You got to. I have no interest in
I
that.
got an electric mower for sale.
Yeah. You bought an electric mower?
Hell yeah!
You go green?
Bud, yeah.
Are you?
Trying to save the world, bud. No, listen. You know what always pissed me off about mowing grass?
Gas?
Is when you sit there trying to start the weed eater, and you crank.
So why did you buy an electric mower?
Man, this thing just.
Did you buy an electric
press
weed
the
eater
button?
too?
Yeah.
Oh, you went total electric.
Total electric.
With solar powered?
Solar powered. Now it's a battery, but the thing, but it barely makes a sound. It mows good too.
You should have got one of them ones the Amish use. Let's get the
Yeah, I got one of them. I'd have gave you.
See?
What is it?
One of them.
Like the
blades.
Brady Bunch.
Yeah, them thumb cutters.
Yeah,
You always see that 70-year-old guy walking around. You ask him what happened, lawnmower. And it's because whenever he was 10, his parents was making him cut the grass because they hated to do that shit. My uncle ain't got no thumb. My uncle Ron ain't got no thumb. Lives out there by you.
Yeah.
Lawnmower got him. Well, them old bladed son of a bitches got him.
How the hell how do you cut your thumb off?
Because he was cutting the grass when he should have been cutting the grass because somebody else hated to cut the grass. You see how this is a vicious cycle? You cannot be doing this shit. People's getting hurt. There's been
Here
walking
on the
around
Chubby
thumbless.
Bartender Show, we want to stop the vicious cycle of grass cutting out there. America, stop mowing your own grass.
He stubbed thumb all because of a mower. And I'm telling you, if his dad hadn't hated cutting the grass, it would have never happened. I wish everybody would just admit this, but instead we get a few of these diehards like Jeff that's like, I like to cut grass. It's peaceful and tranquil for me. Oh, bullshit. So's Jeep rides. And today you had to cut one short so you go and mow grass.
And I still didn't get that done.
You didn't get that done. And guess what? It still growed. It was going to grow whether or not you cut it or not. That's it. People tell me that all the time. Oh, I enjoy cutting grass. Well, you're a fool.
Well, see, I wasn't supposed to come here.
That's true.
I was going to mow my grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your Jeep washed.
Yeah. Well, the inside.
Chad's smart. He doesn't cut his. Tyler, he's out there every week cutting his.
Yeah.
Sometimes twice a week.
You got to in the spring.
I agree.
You're there now. Right now. You're in the thick zone right now. God,
This week,
you imagine we done night cutting grass.
cutting grass.
Cutting grass.
I did cut grass today, bitch.
God.
I got back from vacation. I was like, I got to cut the grass.
Oh man, see, I don't have to worry about
Hey,
it.
now listen, that's the one thing. We were down in Punta Cana, man. Let me tell you something. The workers down there are amazing because at your resort alone,
No unions.
you have the same. Well, they're happy, bud. They have the same workers working from 5 a.m. till they get done, and they're always in a good mood. That you'll never come across one disgruntled.
They probably go home and beat their dog.
They stay there. They have like places they stay. Like this one guy said, he works 16 to 18 days on and gets 3 days off.
How many times do you think that guy's had that conversation with people visiting that resort?
Oh, I guarantee a lot. I guarantee. But we watch. They everything is beautiful, the grass, everything, but not one mower. All weed eaters. I watch people weed eat, and I'm like, how amazing! It amazed me. I might have been drinking a little too much, But
How long did this go on?
Have you ever tried to weed eat like a patch and keep it at the same, like the whole thing, same level?
I ain't that stupid.
Yeah, they were doing it, the whole thing.
No, I never in my life was I like, the skill I'm going to take on today is weed eating everything at the same level.
Hey, man, there's some things when, day 3 or 4 after you drink a lot every day, there's some things you start watching, you catch your eye. You're like,
How'd they do your travel back? You had tests?
Yeah, it's just a rapid test, but they don't go, it's just real quick.
In your nose.
Yeah.
3 days before you left?
Yeah. They scheduled it.
They scheduled it.
Yeah. We had a great time.
Vaccine record?
Huh?
Jet show vaccine record?
Nope.
Have you been vaccinated?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't. Have you?
Yeah.
Nope.
Jeff and Lacey were supposed to go on this trip with us.
Why didn't you go?
I didn't want to get tested on the way back.
You don't want to get tested?
Well, I was afraid if I got tested and it come back positive. I mean,
See, now me and Herbie were just the opposite.
What was the plan if you tested positive?
Bud, you
get 8 days free.
You buy your insurance. It covers it, and it covers you.
8 days.
I mean, I'm sure they're not going to give you all inclusive for 8 more days.
Yeah, they do.
Yes,
My
they
insurance
do.
did. Yep. Now,
I talked to the guy, and they were basically they really we were going to stay in the room.
Yeah, you got to stay in your room.
But they ain't going to put a guard on your door.
Yeah.
I was hoping, like, listen, man, inconclusive, you need me to stay, I got you.
You
wanted to stay.
Dude, every time I go to one of these
Well,
vacations.
the only thing you can do is you got to stay until you don't test positive. Right?
But, yeah.
And there's a waiting period.
I doubt I don't think anybody
Test positive.
has been tested positive.
Yeah, they don't want to give up the room for 8 days. But yeah, your insurance gives you 8 days with it.
It's so much fun, man.
Yeah.
Every time
I'm looking forward to it.
You guys are going to have a blast.
Yeah.
You'll have a blast.
Well, let's wrap her up here, boys. So, hey, hit that like and subscribe button. Jeff Bryant, thanks for coming in, man. You coming back?
If you got your Jeep, you just bought one, and you see ours, you need to lift it, put some wheels on it, or anything, man. Just this man here has
If
got.
you can't find him, go down there 139. If the grass is growing,
He'll be mowing.
he'll be mowing his grass.
But if not, go find him and shop. My man does good work. All of that is a great.
And these
place
guys,
here.
they're both they both help us out a bunch with our community events, so we wouldn't be here without them. So hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next year. Hey, Chad, get back here, man. Baseball's about over. Chad's a baseball tonight, so
Is he a baseball
Chad's a little kid's baseball. He's asshole deep in it right now.
boy? And he's coaching.
Yeah.
So I picture Chad getting into this.
Not baseball, football.
Oh yeah, I bet football.
Football. These kids don't know what's going to hit them.
No.
But they have no idea.
I'm coaching football this year.
Are you?
Pee Wee Red, yeah, 5th and 6th.
Oh, okay, Chad's on the white, I believe.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So hey, we'll see you next time. See you.
See it.